I mean, I don't really think we need much of a recap, do we? Not much happened last session.
Last session. Yeah. Not much happened.
Just a lot of trying to chip away at a wall, and
That's about it. So everything's happened.
that took comically way too long.
Hmm?
The the chipping away at the wall.
Yeah, a little bit.
We got some battle plans out of it.
There you go.
Oh, okay, cool. That being said, obviously there's part of like this aftermath that Isaac kind of has to address whatnot. So, but we can kind of skip over that until Freddy gets in. Yeah, Voltaire, you found the map of the underground sewer system, which you sort of traversed a little bit, and you also found some of the schematics slash a manual of like the various triggerable traps that are littered throughout the hideout and underneath the hideout in the sewer system area. You showed that to Lokia, who saw that there was some uh spider web cant, if you will, written throughout. She was able to sort of decipher a little bit of it, but not the whole thing. And yeah, it's sort of where we left off. The deceased bodies have sort of been gathered in various spots, and yeah, the next step is your guys' choice.
I think I would show the plans to the rest of our group before taking it over.
Gorm, why don't you roll me history real quick?
Sure, 1 second. Might double click that. Yep, sure did.
All right, we'll ignore the second one. That would never happen.
No, definitely not. Gorm very smart, no much history.
Well, um, having been a courier for some time and traveled to various places, even some unsavory places, the map of the sewer system isn't as complex as you have seen before, but you you know just by looking at it that it might be easy to get lost. So you might have some insight on how to possibly traverse it a little more skillfully if the need arises.
Okay, so guys, you're not gonna like this, but into the sewers we go.
Well, I mean, it's not a definite, but because there's a map there, it is an option.
I think we need to talk to Zora about manning all the other traps and stuff too, making sure everything's armed and the town as a whole can have a battle plan.
Yes, definitely.
Now, I don't know how much time we have left, but I can maybe do a little bit of a scouting mission into the sewers, but it's not updated. Once I go down there, it'll probably take an hour. If we have time, I can make sure at least that there are some possible exits, different areas of safety, but anything that changes after I finish, I am not able to account for. It's a possibility. Done this maybe once or twice before, but just take time. But it'll give us a better layout of where we can go.
Yeah, I can send Mike down there for about an hour. So I don't have to, judge through the sewers. The last time I was down there, it didn't smell very nice.
I bet. Yes. Remind me, was Willow here? Or was that Philippe?
Yes. No, it was Willow.
Okay, got it.
Yes.
I think that was right, like the false Hydra, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, no, this was sort of more towards the almost beginning.
Oh,
Yeah,
Got it.
False Hydra was the second time we went down on.
Yeah.
Oh yes, that's the Pokeball.
Nope, that
That
was
was
the Pokeball was the
the
zombified
troll.
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 Yes.
Yep.
That's right.
Yes.
I thought that was the Hydra.
So when you first went down there, you fought a regular troll that seemed to be augmented in some way. And then next time you went there, you fought the zombified version of the troll, which then took a wild turn with the Pokeball Skydrop. That will forever be like my favorite maneuver that was done.
improvisation.
That was amazing. Um,
Really had to stretch those definitions of rules there. I'm like, I think this will be pretty fun.
it was cool. I loved it. And it was just like the definition of teamwork there.
I didn't see all them dice get rolled either. He's just like, he's dead. Don't worry about it. I wanted to roll my 300 dice.
Imagine you do that in person. It's like take the whole bucket, just
5-gallon bucket of dice.
right.
Tell me what you got next week.
Well, if you don't have 300 dice, do you just have to roll 300 times?
Yep.
Yes.
It's
Keep
gonna take
track of it.
forever. Gotta be here all day.
All right, so we talk about it and look at it, and apparently no one else can see anything else on the map. So we'll give it to Zora after kind of like make my own notes and sketch version of it.
Walter, you do notice that whenever you're sort of looking at this map and you're moving around, you sort of get like whenever the light hits the paper, little glimpses of it's hard to kind of explain. You know when you have like one of those like legal documents and you kind of move it around, you kind of like see little symbols and whatnot under the light
Like
that aren't
a
The
really there.
watermarks.
Watermarks and stuff, yeah. You see that, but these seem to be like the type of symbols that you saw on the manual and the schematics. So this seems like hidden notes in a spiderweb cant, if you will.
if I noticed that, I'd take it back to Lokia and try and point it out and try and like hold it up to the not right to the torch, but
No,
so it gets the light. That's not gonna burn it.
yeah, give me one. I'm just gonna roll just in general investigation for her. Wow,
Is there nobody else in the spider web in here?
for like the gear, maybe.
Like just
Yeah, yeah. Like I joined right before all hell broke loose.
He was just in it for the gear, for the sweet gear. Um, yeah, she's trying to get a general like, and she just doesn't really understand what she's trying to see.
I mean, it looks just like the other one. Super pressure on her and be like, "You're the only one. You have to do this. Humanity is resting on your shoulders."
And she would probably be like, "Well, can it not?"
Yeah.
While holding it up to the torch, she just pushes my hands a little closer.
If your dice are rigged,
Another 9. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. What is going on here?
Right, you go relax for a little bit. Sit down, have a cup of mead, talk to a few other people, and try and get some plans rolling. Then we'll circle back around to this.
She obliges. She's just pissed off, especially with that halfling just spouting a bunch of shit and she's still kind of fuming from that, and she just sits down, and puts
In a
on
huff.
yeah, puts on her little pouty face with her eyebrow and everything.
In her.
No, just whey, no carbs.
So yeah, I mean, I'd gather everybody else and go talk to Zora if she has any start up some of this stuff.
She takes a look at the manual and the schematics, and she recognizes a few of the spider web cant symbols, and she looks at you and she sort of relays like, "Yeah, I'll get some of my soldiers to get these armed, and I'll set up a little bit of a perimeter in and around this hideout, and we'll await any sort of updates from you all about the underground terrain system."
I guess Willow, you're up. You wanted to go down the hole?
Oh no, not me personally. Though if had I been able to fly, I still wouldn't. I still wouldn't. Not no, no, never again. No, no. Do you remember what happened twice the two times we went down there? No.
You're not even the one that died, okay?
Well, it's not my problem, is it? You wouldn't die, clearly, because you're standing right here.
Long story, glory be to Baylor.
Yes, sure. Beloved sun god of Verdar. Ooh, praise it. Raise the roof. I mean, would you like to send in Ike? No,
Mike?
Mike?
Yeah, I'll send him down. It doesn't
Can you
cost me spell
communicate?
slots or anything.
Can you communicate with him?
I can take over his sight and senses.
Okay.
I
I can
mean,
do that too, but I have 360-degree vision of it, but I can only see, not hear.
um,
So you could go and I can just translate whatever you're doing into your notes so we have a better idea of what's going on down there.
um, yeah, I don't see why that wouldn't work.
Done. All right. So grab a quill, some ink, ready to go. On your mark.
All right, wait.
Okay, waiting.
Let's go. I'll go lay in one of the beds so my body doesn't just flop over
Oh,
and
right.
just pick one,
Voltaire just ragdolls on the ground.
not the bloody one. We'll go next to the bloody one.
So are you sending Mike or Ike down there?
I was actually gonna send both of them because Mike goes 1,000 feet from me for up to an hour.
Okay.
So, and then Ike can go as far as he wants, but I can't communicate with him. But when he gets back, he could tell me.
Okay. And then Willow, you are sending your little sensor thing. What was it? There was a spell that you used. I
Oh, I was
forgot.
going to use Arcane Eye, but
Yes.
if.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to use my Arcane Eye. But if Ike and Mike are going down there, Voltaire needs to essentially like concentrate on it, right? Or can he just mentally command them to do so?
I lose consciousness of my body to
Okay.
control his body, and then I can
Okay.
pop back and forth, but it's not easy for me to do.
Okay. I don't have much strength, but I will try. You can just start laying down. So if anything happens, you're already down there.
I'll just lay on the bed
There you go.
so I don't fall over. And do we need to give Gorm instructions like mingle and try and figure something out on this end,
Yes.
or protect us, protect our body?
You'll be fine. I'm here. I'm strong, plenty strong and powerful in other ways outside of strength. But
Remember, if you start slapping my body, it's not going to wake me up.
good to know.
But I will jump back and forth every so often just to bring my conscience back over here.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Switch over.
And after a few minutes, I'm gonna send my arcane eye just to be sure.
How far can that one go?
There's no limit to how far away your eye can move, but it can't enter another plane of existence. Solid barrier blocks the eye movement, but the eye can pass through an opening as small as 1 inch in diameter. And I can mentally receive the visual info, so I can just keep doing what I'm doing and ask it to keep going. I'm essentially their 6, just in case.
Okay. All right. How about this? All right. So the arcane eye is
Hmm.
obviously has no interaction with Mike and Ike.
Nope, it is invisible.
Okay, so I'll have you guys roll survival independently to see how well you can sort of manage to go through this sewer system. You have a map, yes, but you haven't spent long enough to maybe you have spent long enough to study it and get an idea of where you're going.
I told you I jotted this down. I took it to heart.
Holy shit.
Do I have to roll?
I
Fucking hell,
mean,
man.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
yes.
We
But
did
That was
it.
good.
not only
We
were
did it.
they fine, but they started thriving down there.
We can
Now,
see every dust, like every dust bunny.
Oh, this wasn't here last time.
so not only did you get a good study of this map, but it takes you less time to traverse as far as you can through this sewer system. A broader opening in this system, which is it's almost to the limit for Mike and Ike,
Oh,
and obviously not for the eye, but at that limit, you it seems a little familiar in this area. Like you've been to this area before, and sort of looking around, you see a gelatinous cube, very much more discolored than the last time you saw it. A little more browner, a little more dingier looking. And you look around a little bit more, you see another one that's again browner with a little tint of red to it, and it's blocking the rest of the hallway that you can't really get past it to see what's on the other side of it, but you could see some sort of larger outline on the other side of it.
Sorry, can you clarify who is seeing this? And what do you mean by there's another red one?
So the first gelatinous cube that you saw, it's like very brown, very dingy. And the second one you saw, also very brown and dingy, but it has like a hint of red to it.
So there's two, not three.
There was two that you saw last time.
is this reddish color like recent blood color?
It seems that way.
So there's other people down here in this tunnel.
Not necessarily that you've seen.
There were.
Probably.
You can sort of
Uh,
ascertain that this reddish hue might be coming from the object that it is kind of in front of. Again, you can't really see past this other one because it kind of takes up the whole area and you can't get past it without obviously going through it.
so it's
With
big,
this cube has gotten bigger and the object behind it is pretty large.
at least for the eye to
Can we go
find a way.
up and over?
There's got to be at least an inch space because I don't think the gelatinous cube would be alive, quote unquote, if it's stuck in a room with nothing to feed it. Question mark? I don't know.
Well, how about this? Roll me investigation. See if you could possibly find a little gap that you could squeeze through.
It's a dog shit roll.
Not too bad.
That's with the +10.
Okay, I guess it is kind of bad. But I mean, you are able to find a small enough gap to fit through. And on the other side, that object that you saw, kind of saw a little bit past this gelatinous cube, and this cube seems to be slowly devouring it.
Ah,
Very slowly. That's what caused the reddish hue.
got it. So Voltaire, Willow will notify him of that. But he's also, I mean, he's sincere, but the
He,
fact that Willow can
yeah.
go around, notify Voltaire.
Other than that, you don't really sense anything else in this sewer system. At least nothing that you could see, having traversed the majority of it.
Can we find some of the traps and stuff that were on the list?
Oh, you certainly do.
Okay.
You don't find any in this main area, um, where the cubes are, but everywhere else throughout the tunnels, you do find various traps that you could trigger and prepare.
Start
Um,
start setting them all.
well, I would like for you to roll sleight of hand for Mike. Is he able to
I,
interact with objects?
not specifically, no.
So you would be doing it with Ike, which
I
is a bat.
yeah.
So roll with disadvantage if you're triggering those.
um don't have a sheet for
You can just roll your own with disadvantage.
okay.
That's
Well, oh, right, disadvantage. That's half.
yeah.
Holy moly.
Thank goodness I said disadvantage because it kind of makes sense.
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing.
Um,
I
a
think
good chunk of them, as Ike, you're able to trigger them, but there's one in one of the other tunnels that you
I don't want to trigger, I
kind
want
of.
to set them.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're setting them.
Oh
Sorry,
yeah. And
but one of them you actually do trigger,
okay.
and it kind of collapses the whole tunnel in.
Oh no. I guess I can't get in this way, so it did its job.
What if that was our only way out?
Oh, I'm not stuck down here.
Smart.
Fair.
So we'll go back to, yeah, as I said before, you don't really find anything else of note. Um, at least from glancing and searching through the system. Uh, maybe a couple small rats. Um, just some insects maybe, but nothing too crazy.
Okay. I make sure when I come back I check in with Willow and tell him what I'm finding and stuff too.
Mhm. You'll see them having already marked those specific places, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Cross out the one tunnel system.
This one might take some work to get through.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, my bad.
Hmm.
Using your little bat feet to arm the traps.
I turned around and the tail hit it. Dang it.
But with that hour, are we able to? I think that's more than enough time for us to fully map out the tunnel system. Yes?
Yeah, for the most part, yes. Um, but you
Is it
do.
yes or for the most part yes? Because those are two different
Yes.
answers.
Yeah, no, you do. What I mean is like it all sort of converges to that central area so you'll have to pass through that central area to get to the other
The further
areas in the
reaches.
town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Good to know.
Um, Freddy's here. Yay!
Yay.
Oh, hello.
We back, bitches.
Hell yeah. You didn't miss much. The orgy hasn't happened yet.
Fucking
Yet.
score, thank God.
Whoa.
This is what I burned my head for, everybody.
Oh my gosh.
We did it.
Chemical burn with a spiral perm. Kidding.
But I have hold on. I have a raccoon tail too. Hold on. You can't really
Ooh.
see it, but I did stripes.
Okay.
Ah.
And it hurt.
Nice.
It hurts so bad. There's like a giant like patch of red on my head that hurts so bad, but it's fine.
I also have, but they're just white little specks.
Well, I have that too.
Here. I just wanted to match you guys. I felt left out.
No, keep your youth. Keep your youth.
Get some of those on here.
Oh, off topic. I might not have a beard next week.
Is someone gonna take it from you?
Uh yeah, me.
Oh,
You want to chop it
I,
off?
I've never seen you without a beard.
I know. I know.
I have. Actually, no, I lied. It's scruff, like a light scruff, but never a full
Yes.
beard.
Yeah, yeah. It was for
Okay.
for Halloween, I think, a couple years ago. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, my boss is getting nose surgery, and he has to shave his beard off that he's had for the last like decade. And I was like, in solidarity, I'm gonna shave mine too.
Aw.
Oh, good. Nice of you.
So yeah, it's gonna be really weird. I'm keeping the stash though, so
I'll join him too.
yeah, me too. Hey, hell yeah.
Uh,
anyway, back on task. So I know, just sort of refreshing back from last week. Um, Freddie, you had said you wanted Isaac to sort of go around, get the names of people, find the correlation, whatever. I took uh I took it upon myself to name all of the deceased and anyone that was slightly related to the investigation.
yeah.
Um, and yeah, we'll address that in just a moment. But I just wanted to kind of point out that I did name all those people. Only took about a, a little bit longer than I wanted to get good names.
So it took 10 minutes instead of 3 minutes.
Oh,
No, because I had a list of like fucking 60 names.
Oh wow.
I was like, nope, that's not gonna work. Nope, that sounds horrible. That one's gonna have a joke made out of it.
I did notice that there were a whole bunch of names on here.
Yes, and Isaac finds another professor from that same university that Padon was from.
no.
Another grung, and he visited town at the very wrong time. but he heard a little bit about you guys from Padon. Not the greatest of information, but you guys didn't really give Padon a lot to go off of.
No.
So a bunch of scary people fighting scary things. But yeah, sewers mapped out. It all converges into that central area in order to get to the other parts of the town. One of the tunnels is unfortunately collapsed, so you can't go through that one, which might take you to another part of the town that obviously not, now you can't get to unless you decide to clear the rubble, which would possibly expose the surface. Um, yes, Isaac, having talked to all of these people about all of the deceased, um, you're not really able to find much correlation or causation of the reason why these people were chosen. It seems very much like just random fuckery. It was pretty much just like, oh, that person's gonna die. Oh, that one's gotta die. It seemed very careless. And speaking to all these people, you do get to hear some of their stories and a lot of their emotional memories. How is Isaac sort of taking all of this in?
Woof. Um, oh boy. I feel like it's like he starts off like in the very sort of like clinical and almost like honor bound way where he recognizes that he's like in an academic sense like we should try to approach the problem sort of as he would any other problem
Right.
with some sort of like intent to find a solution or something like data is there and we have to analyze it
Hmm.
and also from the like traveling with all of these fine freaky people um it's like there's like an honor bound like a sense of duty to be like okay we have to sort of recognize that these people have lost their lives hopefully like in service to some sort of potential greater like movement but even if not are we should strive to remember them for anything that like they might have been a part of. But I think as he kind of continues through the group, talking to all these people and getting like names and stories and yeah, he's definitely trying to analyze the data, but I think that he's also really like almost crushed down by this like almost overwhelming sense of guilt. Um, because it's like, okay, I like should have well, I was on a track to also meet the same fate and then didn't when so many other like very fine people and very like undeserving people did. And then there's like a weird guilt because he also had a really happy moment immediately after it. And so it's he feels almost like he's definitely he might be definitely projecting, but I imagine that he thinks that he sees some sort of like um some sort of like anger or resentment in everyone's faces because he knows that it was such like a public thing where he was like, "Oh, didn't die. Oh my God. First kiss in public and riding a real high, but like, damn. Uh, Many children did die today, and they will never have a life, and they will never grow up to have their first kiss." And it's like a just that sort of ambient guilt the whole time.
Yeah, it doesn't take an insight roll to see that those feelings are like accurate. These people do have some sort of like a sort of a little bit of an animosity right now. Um, how about this? Why don't you tell me in which order or which group of people you're going to, in what order, so it kind of give you a little bit more tidbits of information there.
Real.
I'll
I'm
just
gonna,
have you drag your token to wherever you go first in each
yeah,
succession.
I'm gonna start with someone I know will not like outright tell me to die in a hole.
Hmm.
Um, because I know that Runros is sad, but like we've at least interacted before. Um, so I'm gonna start over there. Um, and then I'll try to. I'm gonna go in sort of a. I'm gonna avoid the guy that made a huge
A huge
thing.
stink.
Yeah,
Yeah.
huge stink earlier. I'm gonna save him till the end. My
Okay.
hope is that I think subconsciously, even not even subconsciously, but like a conscious decision to be like, okay, start with someone who's not going to tell me to fuck off in the hopes that the other people see that Runros is talking to me and giving up this information and like it's a civil conversation
Right.
and then they'll kind of feel like, okay, like it's I'm not happy, but it's like it's okay to talk to this
Yeah,
person.
that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
And Runras, uh, he takes his little halfling hand and he shakes yours. He obviously he respects you, Isaac. He he sees you like a very important scholarly person and a good asset to the group. Um, Even better than what he was in some regards, because he was a part of the group at one point. And he shares some stories of Tash and um how he came to uh parent him. The whole story of how when the group first arrived in Snowvault, they helped this little guy with a little bit of a math problem, and for first like a school homework, whatever, helped them out with some bullies, and then found out that he didn't have a family. He was living alone in an abandoned house, and so they decided to take him under their wing and bring him adventuring a little bit. Uh, they took him to Pure Star, and at that point, it was sort of decided that hey, maybe adventuring isn't safe for a child, and so Runros decided to take Umtash back to Snowvault, and essentially take out a loan to rebuild his childhood home and pay it off and raise him as his own child.
That's really fucking cute. God damn it, now I feel even worse. Son of a bitch.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I mean, that's all
No, it's fine.
true. That's all shit that happened in the campaign.
Son of a bitch, you guys made a perfect martyr. It's awful. Okay.
Yeah, because Runros was played by my friend that passed away a few years back.
Hmm.
So that was like a good send off for him.
Yeah, real. Well, shout out.
Shout out to Dakota.
Hell yeah.
Rest in peace, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he gives you some heartfelt stories, and he starts to tear up just a little bit, recounting those memories and seeing how far he came and how much of a relationship he built with Dash. And he gets a little emotional, but he kind of recomposes himself because he can sort of sense that you're getting a little emotional with this, and he doesn't want to, you know, make you feel even worse.
Fair.
So he just sorry about that.
No,
Whew,
no, no.
this
Thank you
is
for
hard
sharing.
for me to talk about. Obviously, this just happened, and he's my boy.
Of course, yes. Thank you for sharing and for, I don't know, allowing his memory to sort of live on in another person. I'll carry it with me.
You know, I think if he would have been around longer, I think he would have really liked to get to know you a little bit more.
I agree. He seemed a rather curious little fellow, and well, that always leads to interesting situations.
He very much looked up to Tarthano and other people of academic pursuits, and yeah, he would have really gravitated towards you.
It's kind of a strange question. Um, but do you think, I don't know what your vibe is for sort of the cultures of the world.
Hmm.
But do you think that as a Kalistar, I would have any sort of like Kalistar like funeral like traditions or any kind of like, cultural like funerary things?
How about this? You tell me what they are, and then I will say yes or no.
Oh, okay.
Most likely yes,
Hmm.
because obviously Kalashtar aren't really common in Veradar, so you're sort of like a rare race.
Fair. Very fair.
So not many people know about the traditions.
That's very fair. Um, hmm.
So now's your chance to write the lore for this
Oh,
world.
oh, jeez. I think that I'm gonna steal a little bit from real life.
Sure.
Um, in the fashion of uh ancient Greece, kind of, I think that it's customary to bury your loved one uh with like coins, like a
Mm.
cloth wrapped around their hand with some coins in it, so that if there is a ferryman of any kind, they can pay to get on the boat to wherever they're going next.
I like that.
Hell yeah.
So is that sort of what you do for Umtash?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a piece of, I don't know if I have a handkerchief or anything in my bag, but a piece of cloth of some sort. Um, and then I'll take a few coins out of my coin purse and just kind of carefully wrap a little wrap around his little hand and stick the coins in.
You see another tear start to roll down Ronos's face as he watches this little ritual take place. And he says, I'm not much of a hugger or really affectionate type of person. Um, but taking cues from Umtash, could I possibly give you a hug, please?
Of course. I'll get down.
And he whispers, "Thank you for caring."
It is the most important thing in the time that we have. I'll release Runros from the hug and I'll kind of give him one last squeeze on the shoulder. Um, and I think just before
hmm
Isaac goes to like the next group of people or the next loved one, he'll just rest a hand on uh Umtash's like shoulder or arm. Um, and in Quarry, the language that nobody else speaks, um, he'll just say, "Rest easy."
I was gonna say something in French.
Oh, ouais. Ah,
Eh?
ouais, c'est ça. Um, what can I say in French? Um, j'espère ton charge est complète. Give my little squeeze.
I
And
know je. That's the only thing I got from that.
That's fair.
you see Runruss sort of perk a little bit his head, and he says, "That was beautiful. What does it mean?"
It's it's a language that my family and my people speak. It just means well, what I said in French was not what I said in English, but I would say it means I hope your search, your quest is complete.
Huh. And you see a little smile sort of widen on his face.
Just smile back at him. I'll give him another kind of squeeze on the shoulder, and I'll make my fucking rounds. Yay. Woof. Isaac's gonna take up smoking cigarettes pretty soon. God damn.
All right, what's the next group you are going to?
Who's the halfling that hates us again?
Ollie Miller, right here.
Old Six Toes Miller, for sure. Old Six Toes. Okay, well, I'm gonna cross the room and fucking avoid the fuck out of that guy.
And, and you do see like he doesn't wear shoes, and
Oh,
he has a sixth
oh,
toe on his right
that's a
foot.
that's a bold thing to do, man.
On just
Do
one foot,
not
not
be.
both.
Just one foot has six toes.
That's fucking awful. Oh my God.
It's like a
If he gets
second
one cut
pinky
off, is he
toe,
gonna name?
huh?
I say if he gets a toe cut off, is he gonna change his name?
I guess it'll just be Polly Miller.
Polly five toes. Polly the normal amount of toes Miller. Polly just a guy Miller.
6 minus 1.
Polly six minus one Miller. There you go. Yeah, that's a great nickname. Six minus one.
All right, so this group of people, Hank, sort of relates. He doesn't know too much about them. They sort of arrived in town a week ago on some sort of adventuring pilgrimage of sorts. Um, so it kind of appears that this was another adventuring group, and he sort of relays that they came to his uh abode shortly after arriving to purchase supplies and cure some ailments that they had. So he doesn't know too much about them,
Fair.
but he does give you their names, obviously.
Let me write all of those down. Oh, they're all bunched together. Hold on.
Do you want me to move any of them, or does that help at all?
Oh, yeah, kind of. Hold on. Let me
I'll
move me
move.
out of the
I'll,
way.
I'll move Hank too.
There we go. Okay. I gotta write them all down. You took literally years of your life to name them all. Ekio. Oh, Ekio. You're done. Devere Spark Blossom. That's a fucking cool name. Damn. I gotta up my naming game, apparently.
And Iridon seems to be Eladrin.
Oh, that's fucking cool. Sorry you're dead, dude. I have a question. They're the seasonal elves. Now that Iridon is dead, does do the Kalish do the Eladrin keep like their seasonal thing, or do all the like they just like go gray or die or whatever? What's your personal view on that?
I would say they go gray. Yeah.
Yeah. Damn, that sucks. Sorry, broski. Obviously, Isaac says it in a much more polite and courteous way.
Apologies, broski.
Apologies, my broski in Mistra. I don't know. Um, okay, cool. I'll go. I'll go fucking ignore ignore them. Don't stop to talk to me. Don't stop to talk to me.
Well,
Do, do,
I'll
do.
say this: Zora does keep him sort of occupied.
Thank God.
Um, just because she knows that she can sense that you're trying to avoid him,
Yeah. God,
so
she's my one and only.
she's talking to him, keeping his attention.
She's my fucking one and only. Okay, I'll go over here. Madam Ibris, hello. That's crazy.
Yeah, she relays that I'll sort of move these so that we can kind of see the names a little bit more.
Vip.
Yeah, Vip is a kobold,
Oh no.
and Ungria is a dragonborn. These
Damn.
these were and Varlia, these were all school kids.
God damn. They took a lot of children out with this one.
And Maestro Tosk was another teacher at the school.
I found the through line. Minors. This guy hates minors.
And apparently old people.
It really is like a hard split between the very young and the very old. Well, I guess cheers. Fuck them kids, I guess. Whatever. Um, okay, well, I've definitely found the group we can't do autopsies on. And I'm gonna sashay my way over this way.
Yeah, so this is an elderly human. Um, and he relays that his wife, uh, they've been together for about 35 years. They moved to Snow Vault about 20-ish years ago, set up a little shop, selling some baked goods. They specialized in bread, but they also had these cute little muffins that they love to make. And he sort of chuckles and relays a little short, humorous story about his wife um, getting excited about a new pastry recipe that was like a little like donut type thing in the shape of a rat, and she was very excited about it because it came out just right. And when they had their little sample people come over to taste it, it was horrible.
My rat tastes bad.
And he
Well,
sort
I
of
was
like just
hoping.
chuckles through the story to try to like kind of cope with this loss.
Damn. And
And
is it Nize or Nize?
Nize.
Nize. Damn. Rest in peace, Nize. Sorry your rats were. I wish you could have made more. Okay, I've delayed the inevitable long enough. Going up here. I'm gonna go up here, but I'm gonna stand with Gorm behind me, just in case I gotta have my guy muscle in here a little bit.
I do want to get a little sense of what Gorm has been doing this whole time.
So at first Gorm was just standing guard, but now Gorm is heavily invested in this, like in learning all this lore.
That's nice. I love that. I love that for Gorm.
He probably won't remember any of it, but like right now he is very much like, and then what happened? Like
Well, Gorm has pretty much always been like a people person, being a career and like having traveled around.
exactly.
So this is sort of this is Gorm's element right now, learning about these people. But yes, Polly looks to you, Isaac, and he says, "Well, sure, save the best for last, I guess. Or did you want to just save the worst for last?"
I
I
swear we cussed him out so bad last time.
You did.
I just wanted to give you some time to uh, have some peace and quiet.
Yeah, you're right. This, I'm sorry I came off the way I did.
I it's all right. I don't blame you at all. I'm sorry that all of this has happened.
I just can't believe she's gone.
I'm I'm so sorry. A parent really shouldn't outlive their child. There's nothing I can say to make it feel any different.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. Glad you found someone.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Well, I I'm expecting you want some stories or something about little old Shelly over here.
If you're open to talking about her, yeah, I would like to know who who she is.
Well, Shelly was always a bright kid. Even at 2 years old, she was fixing up tools in the shed, taking after her own pops. You know, wasn't expecting to only have 7 years with her, but I wouldn't trade those 7 years for anything. Well, let's see. What's a good sort of story I could tell without, yeah.
You can tell me as many or as few as you'd like. I have time.
Well, I gotta be honest. She didn't spend a lot of time at home. She spent a lot of time at that their school down in town. See, I live in a little farmstead on the outside of town, and I only come into town every so often to sell some of my goods. But she would always spend way too much time in that school and not enough time at the farm. which is fine. A girl's got to get her education, but kind of leaves a lot of empty space for stories that I can't, I don't have, and I reckon she would have gone really far, and that school was everything to her. Yeah, I guess one story I could tell was a few months ago when the whole Mayor Bo being sick thing happened. She took it upon herself to rally up all the other kids at school to make little art pieces for now Mayor Zora. And bless her soul, she did an amazing job at rallying those kids. She raised some money. She sold a bunch of these art pieces that they had extras of. She got all the kids excited, all the parents excited, and she would have been a great council member. The way that she just gets everyone together.
It sounds like it. I completely agree. She seems she seemed like a very spirited young woman.
That she was. Well, I don't want to take any more of your time, Professor. And he kind of grabs your hand and shakes it firmly. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna take a few moments, maybe talk to Mayor McCar over here.
Yes, yes, of course. Before you go, Mr. Miller, when this is all said and done and everything's settled, I know that well, I'm not very good at what you might call physical labor, but I know that my friend has quite a bit of experience, if I'm not mistaken, with farm work and being on a farmstead. And I wonder when this is all settled down if we might come and, I don't know, assist you for a few days just to put everything in working order and get you settled.
That would be mighty fine. I'll take you up on that offer. And I'll remember. '06 told remembers everything.
I'm sure
Fuck
I will.
off.
That's
That's
what the
funny.
extra toe is for. All right,
You
I'll
look
leave you to
you
it.
you looking at my feet?
I'll leave you to it. Goodbye.
Okay, perfect. That was great. After the sewer uh, exposition, what are you both doing?
Well, first I dismiss both of them and reapparate them so they're not full of sewer.
Sewer gunk?
Um, and then I'm assuming we'll come out on the back end of a couple of the stories and
Of course.
probably just listen in a little bit.
I would say you catch the tail end of it. Uh, I mean Willow's heard a good chunk of this, possibly having kind of traversed this sewer system a little bit quicker with the eye than Mike and Ike did on foot or on wings. Um, but yeah, you both are sort of catching the sort of tail end of it, for the most part. obviously ending with old Six Toes over here and seeing a little bit of like a turn in character for him, whereas he was all uppity and angry and trying to make a scene, and now he's very emotional and grateful for your guys' presence because of Isaac's due diligence with everyone.
I'd stop by Renros and pay my regards.
He gives you a firm handshake and kind of like a slap on the arm, kind of like a thank you so much sort of maneuver.
The bro hug.
Yeah, very much a bro hug. Because he's never seen you like affectionate like that, so he doesn't want to like overstep.
That's all I would do for now.
Excellent.
Willow. Willow will probably, mark the paper, the map extensively,
Hmm.
and show it to Voltaire about all the possible areas, the definitely not collapsed pathway. Definitely not giving them a knowing look. I'm like, I know what you did, but I'm not going to say it.
It was like that when I got there.
And I was like really circling that area. Sure.
Circling it to the point where like the quill is almost through the paper.
But Willow has said what they wanted to say to everyone, and the problem with it, they can talk to them in person, and we'll present it to the team and to Zora once we're settled. But it seems like everyone has had a rough day.
We still don't know what caused this.
Yeah, Willow will probably find a little bit of a nook and start casting something.
Okay.
And it seems like they're lining a wall of sorts. I want to say, I think it'd be funny if it's on one of the pillars
Oh boy.
right here.
Where? Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just lining up what seems to be a door.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll start casting this one. I renamed it. It's the Magnificent Mansion, but it is Willow's Wonderful Whimsy Hold.
Oh nice.
Swear to God, if you counterspell this, I'm gonna fucking quit right
Oh
now.
no 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 no
You
no
son
no
of a
no.
bitch.
It seems like whatever entity was here is not here anymore.
Good.
So this seems like a relatively safe space.
Good.
So you think?
I'll quit. Fuck this.
No, you're able to cast it, no problem at all.
Yeah.
Just trying to read this a little bit.
And I chose that spot because it is a little bit farther from people, but they can still somewhat see what Willow is doing. Let me know once every scene is done, and then I'll show you what happens on the inside.
Okay. I would say if no one else was doing anything other than, making their rounds, then yeah, that could be the end of the current scene.
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, something more. But if no one else is there, once Willow puts up all the cards, instead of a door, I think it's more of like a curtain,
Hmm.
like you would in a psychic's tent that's purple and pink and green. And they're just gonna go in for a little bit. They'll maybe hear a little bit of a noise. And then after a few minutes, they will start back, walk out, and grab the mayor first, Zora, and say, Zora, I know it's been a long day. And really, I think everybody could use a little bit of a break. So I've prepared something, hopefully to ease the tension and bring some respite in these dark times. And I'd like you to be the first one to try it. It's just through these curtains, if you would mind stepping through.
Portal to the astral plane.
Um, why don't you roll persuasion?
Dog shit. Not bad.
Not bad,
Not bad.
but she's still kind of on the fence about going in. She sort of relays that she still needs to stay here with the people. I know you want her to go in there really quick, pop in, pop out, whatever, but she really thinks that she needs to get back to making her rounds and making sure everyone's okay after what had happened.
Oh, I'm sorry. Had I been clear, everybody will end up in here tonight. And just follow me just into the foyer for a little bit. I'll show you what I mean. 6 seconds of your time.
She looks at the guard that is next to you and gives her a nod, and the guard starts to make her way towards the entrance of that uh space.
So the guard is going to go first?
Yes.
Okay. Then I take the guard. Pull them in. What the guard sees is a relatively, they can see a long red carpet to the side of what seems to be like a universe. Different stars, blacks, violets, purples, and what seems to be like far off pillars. And
Okay.
like a couple of steps, they'll see a little table with a small rectangular tablet. Very light, seems to be made out of light, and it is. I give Willow takes one and gives it to the guard. They feel it is very quiet. Temperature is very, for the lack of a better word, temperate, warm,
Yeah.
cozy,
Okay.
even. And it smells clean, but not overly compensative, if that makes sense.
That's
And they
sterile.
just, not sterile, but it clean,
Yes.
fresh. They provide a little lightweight, almost see through tablet. And in that, suddenly words come about, which says, please indicate your preference. And then asks a bunch of questions. What kind of food you like, kind of color patterns, what's your favorite season, and a little box at the bottom that says, what else would you like to share to make your stay more comfortable?
This startles the guard, and they throw this tablet back onto the table.
They can't. They throw it away, and it follows them. It's like you try to throw like a frisbee. It
Mm.
like woof, and then goes woo, and then goes right up to their face.
This startles them even more, and they say something along the lines of like, "I don't know what kind of stick you're trying to pull, but you need to cut this shit out."
Just answer the damn question. You can give the basics. You can change it at a later time.
They ask you what this object is. They've never seen anything like it. They they're sort of terrified and awestruck at the same time.
Terrified and awestruck? Definitely what I was not going for. More awestruck than terrified, but fine. Just for now, just say complete, and a door will appear on your left.
They hesitate for a little bit, and then they say like, complete."
Then that little tablet changes color, green with a thumbs up, and stretches wide, goes to an empty space, turns into a door. Go ahead, go inside, see if all the specifications have been made to your liking at the time of completion.
They open the door and walk through.
It's just an empty room because he didn't pick anything.
And she says, "What the fuck is this?
And I open the door. Yes?
There's nothing in here."
Well, you didn't really provide anything, but let me change it at the same time. Let's go. Favorite color is blue. Room changes into blue. Prefers waterfalls, lavender scents, and a warm bath at the center of the room. Suddenly, it glitches. and changes to exactly that. Go ahead and try on the water. Should be at the right temperature that you would like.
She walks over and she hesitantly touches the water, not thinking that it's real at all. That's an illusion.
It's
And
so warm,
she
so
pulls her
tempting.
hand out and it's wet and she's like, "What the fuck is this?"
It's magic. Water. It's warm. You're
And
free to rest.
and
No,
you're saying that everyone will have the same room here or have the same,
everyone will have their own room for whatever they like.
so it's not going to be blue.
Nope. You didn't want to give me specifications, so it was blank, but you can rest in whatever way you'd like, but it is only up for 24 hours.
She very quickly like rushes past you and rushes out the entrance. And you can hear her shouting excitedly at Zora, pretty much like a dumbed down experience of what she had. Like there was this thing with words on it, and then this room appeared, and then there was nothing in it. I don't know how that happened, but then it turned blue, and then there was a water, and it's real water, and it's, there's a we don't even have wombats here. I don't know how that happened. And Zora's like, calm down, calm down. Is it legit? Is it a trick? No, no, no. It the water felt it was warm, and then the bed looked, and then the and she just keeps trailing on and on and on, not making complete senses. And then Zora's like, "All right, I heard enough. Willow, if you're in there, come on out."
Yes, yes, I'm here. Doors open for everyone who wants to come in. I would suggest you bring your loved ones in there as well. There will be something in there for literally everyone.
Well, if what Riva tells me is true, then I guess I could trust you.
I feel a little bit offended that you trust me the first time. Just sure I've never steered you wrong.
Well, consider how you were before. Fairies aren't exactly trustworthy.
We're going to unpack that. Hmm, says the tiefling. Says the tiefling who was born from another world. Fine. But Willow gives a little smirk. Everybody needs rest, Zora. So there will be attendants in there. Riva did not see them because they were not summoned. But you will receive something that is going to be assigned to each person, and they will be essentially your way of navigating and creating the space as you see fit. Some caveats, but they will be restricted, and you will be told exactly what you can and cannot do, or you will be notified if you are breaking a rule of sorts. For the most part, whatever you like. So why don't we just rest inside and enjoy the next 24 hours?
Alrighty, let's get this ball rolling. And she shouts to everyone, essentially like, let's go on in, get some rest. This kind person has offered to give us a bit of a safe haven in this desperate and trying time. Treat them with respect, treat their dwelling with respect, and let's get through all of this together, pretty much.
And those who have loved ones, once they receive a tablet, there's going to be a prompt of sorts or a separate floating tablet window that they can interact with that would say um, something along the lines of, I'm sorry, they're gone. Would you like to spend the next 24 hours with your loved one here? They may not be perfect, but they will know what your person knows at the time of passing. And they can do whatever they'd like, in whatever room they choose to decorate in, as long as they're not breaking the laws of magic, doing something that would eventually hurt someone that's supposed to be in here, that are invited here. They essentially have free reign. They can ask any of the attendants, which look like the original werewolves, but taller, longer hair, tattoos, singing Korean, whatever. Like, what? Really? They're at their beck and call, unless otherwise instructed. So suddenly, this whole hallway becomes busy, and the
Mhm.
walls, if they want to, the walls can move up as if to simulate a higher place. They can bungee jump, and if they wish that the floor be made out of something soft, they could. It is essentially a place to explore their whimsy, hopefully to relieve them and offer them a sense of respite and escapism from the reality that they will face the day after.
And Zora pulls you aside, Willow, and she says, I appreciate all that you're doing here. And if you don't mind, I will not be taking part in this. I have to do my due diligence, and for lack of a better way, and for unfortunately, it's going to sound harsh, but I have to dispose of these deceased individuals, and I cannot do it under the light of the rest of the people here.
All right, that's fine. How long are you going to be away?
As long
I
as it
have to be at a
takes.
certain. Sure. The only reason I ask is that I have to be at a certain distance at the threshold so you can come in as you please. So I'll stay
It,
close.
if it
You're
comes
able
down
to.
to it, I will sleep out here.
No, no, no.
I will have a couple guards with me. This is not the first time I've had to uh sleep in the trenches.
You'd rather sleep in the trenches even if you're being offered a full bed at an inn.
She pretty much relays that a soldier's duty is never done.
Yes, but what is a soldier if they're dead?
One that did that.
Wouldn't the soldier want to live, continue to live, for those that did die, that they were not able to save?
She puts her hand on your shoulder and she says, "I'll survive."
At least come in and have a proper meal, and I'll go out and help you dig.
She actually she obliges to that, and she shows her appreciation for that, Voltaire.
All right. Here's your assigned floating tablet. Do whatever. Just know that once you leave the threshold, nothing from in here comes out. You can have your meal and you'll still be full. You cannot bring anything out.
She
I'll stay
acknowledges.
close so you can come in as you please. Only certain individuals who I've invited are able to come freely. So, even if you need quick break, 10 minutes, shower, I'll be in the area so that you can freely go in and out. Enough.
Sorry about that. I was trying to see something in my notes. All right, yeah, she does agree and she acknowledges everything. Um, she goes in, she has a little bit of a meal. She doesn't eat a lot, very bare minimum. She freshens up a little bit, and then she prepares herself to go out and dispose of the deceased.
Is she burying or is she like cremating or Anything like that?
Are
Either
you
way,
asking her?
I mean, either way, Isaac's gonna offer to help as well. So if it means cremation, he can absolutely very easily assist with that. If
Well,
it's
she
if it's burial, then
very much finds that alternative to be the better solution rather than hauling dead bodies up a ladder to
yeah, that's
bury them
fair.
outside. Um, because she was prepared to do that. She was prepared to start hauling the dead bodies up this ladder and to outside and then dig a hole and put them in there.
Fair.
So
Yeah,
to cremate them would be a better option for her, is what she says.
I will offer to assist in the cremation if she would like.
She accepts. And with that, I know not much has really happened this session. But I didn't want to do too much without Cass being here, only because I have some things planned for the next areas that you guys go to, and it would sort of require all hands on deck. Yes, spoiler, it's probably going to be combat,
No.
What?
but I will let you guys have a long rest.
Hooray!
And
A level?
no,
2
15 mind
levels.
flayers.
no.
Ouch.
Mind Flare.
A free feat.
Epic boon.
How
Legendary
about an
edge.
extra toe?
Yay!
But they're webbed together.
Well, that's not very helpful.
That's
I
But you
mean,
kind
have
of
two.
I guess if you're a
weird,
swimmer.
but all right.
You have 2 big toes, but
Cool.
Well, damn, what's all this hate about webbed toes? Like,
I'll fuck with web toes. Sure.
I have webbed toes.
Oh, cool. Hell yeah.
Do they help you swim?
Fuck no.
Oh man,
Damn.
In fact, it's the opposite. I'm a horrible swimmer.
man, frogs got it wrong evolutionarily.
What's funny is my middle child also has the same webbed toes.
Get them to swim.
Yeah.
We need a bigger pool of evidence. Chip in.
bigger sample.
Yeah.
Bigger sample size
Yep.
for research purposes.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
obviously. That's crazy. This episode was wild. The most emotionally devastating back-to-back stories about dead children. Then burn all the bodies in a corner. Then go into a beautiful magical mansion covered in soot. And I know Isaac's going right to have a bubble bath.
There you go.
Yep.
Now I'm curious what each person's room would look like.
And we
Now
will
that
describe that next week. So it
now
gives
that
everyone a week to think
Oh,
about it.
perfect.
And I expect something. So homework, guys, homework.
could be whatever you want it to be.
And
Make it pretty.
on top of that bit of homework, I have some few avenues for you guys to go. Maybe which avenue you plan to take, so I can make sure I focus a little more on that. So you have obviously up top, you could traverse around, you could check to see what the situation is up top. You could traverse the sewers, maybe a little more in depth as a group. See if you find anything that may have been missed.
Come on, those are two natural 20. You didn't miss shit.
You mapped it out, yes, but having more sets of eyes on the situation,
Fine.
and and also helps to have a physical sense of the situation.
All right.
You just want us to have to smell it again.
No, maybe, or I mean, whatever option you guys, what other options you guys want to choose.
Or we can go clear out the cubes, but I was kind of leaving them as an obstacle for the other people too.
I mean, that's pretty much why they're there. They're there to clean up, add a little bit of an obstacle. They're just the cleanup crew of the sewers.
Yeah.
Can I, just to clarify, you guys went into the sewer earlier. Were we looking for, didn't we find that thing that's like, oh, there's a bunch of traps and shit that we can arm? Were you guys doing that
Yeah, we were
earlier? Or
arming
just
them.
recon? Oh, okay.
And sort of mapping out if there's any dangers or anything along the way.
Yeah, and oddly, there was a collapsed tunnel.
Yeah, random, huh?
Yeah, we
Huh.
found it.
Just out of nowhere.
I was
It's
there when it
oddly
opened.
emphasized in the map, but
Huh. That's weird.
Don't remember that being collapsed before.
It was that bastard from the shadow dimension. He's like, I know what'll really get him. Watch this. One tunnel.
He must have set off a trap trying to get away.
it's
Must
the
have been the
cubes.
wind. All right. I will. So I don't know how next week is looking. Um, Mainly because I don't know if I have to work Friday or not. I will know obviously next week, but I know that there's a couple things happening at work that they might need my help. I don't remember the details, but there's a slight chance that I might have to work Friday. So if that's the case, I might not be available Thursday. Um, I'll let you guys know as soon as I know. I won't know really until probably Tuesday, but
Oh,
I'll try to keep everyone in the loop. Worst case scenario, there's always the week prior, which gives you guys 2 weeks to come up with your specialized room design.
how big are these rooms? They just 10 foot by 10 foot?
The implications, that's kind of whatever size you want.
How big are they? Yes.
100 square foot ball pit. Nothing else.
Sounds like fun.
No
That's the
slide?
plan. One slide.
Yeah.
And all of the balls are slightly damp. No explanation. Don't worry about that.
Oh God.
There's an odor. I'm not going to tell you what it is, though.
No, no.
Is that a syringe?
Don't worry about that, okay? Yeah, there's a complimentary jar of empty, sterile syringes by the door. They don't have anything in them and they're totally clean. It's just for you to have.
The fact that you emphasize totally clean makes me worry.
They were completely scrubbed clean. There's nothing in them and they're totally, totally normal.
Scrubbed clean, so they
Don't
have
worry.
been.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about what the fluid is. Just hop in the ball pit and enjoy the good vibes.
Those are the ones that they found. Put them in the bucket on the way out.
Yep. It's a fun game. If you find 5 syringes, you get to take 1 beer from the bucket. They're all warm. There's no ice. You get 1 warm beer.
Like the tickets at an arcade is empty
Yeah.
syringe.
You get to cash in 5 syringes for 1 can of warm beer. I'm really good at this. I could do children's parties, I think.
You
We have
market
so
this
many
to children?
we have so many kids here that survived. Let's bring them in.
Sponsored by.
We're sponsored by PBR. Better warm. That's what I always say.
What the
Alright.
fuck?
On that note, I'll catch you guys later.
All right.
Yeah.
Good night,
All
everybody.
right, guys.
Good night,
Have a good
everyone.
rest of your week.
Good night.
You too.